Now, let's talk about analytics. Analytics means using data to answer questions and support decisions. For instance, which videos are getting the most views? Which videos are getting the best watch time? Which students completed the most lessons? Which job applications got responses? Which products sold the most? Which cloud servers cost the most? Which login events look suspicious? Which skills appear most often in job descriptions? Which customers are coming back? Which pages are people visiting on a website? Which expenses are growing every month? Analytics is not just charts. Let me repeat that. Analytics is not just charts. A chart is useful only if it helps someone understand what is happening and what to do next. A beautiful dashboard with no decision behind it is just a decoration. A simple table that helps you make a better decision is analytics. So, for beginners, do not obsess over making things look fancy. No, that should not be your first goal. Start with the question. Then collect and organize the data. Then use SQL or spreadsheets to explore it. Then summarize the results. Then explain what the result actually means. Now, let's connect this to tech careers. SQL and data are not only for data analysts. Sure, data analysts use SQL, spreadsheets, dashboards, and business questions, but data thinking appears almost everywhere. Data engineers build pipelines and move data between systems. Business analysts, they use data to improve decisions. Cybersecurity analysts, they use logs, alerts, and suspicious patterns. Cloud engineers, they monitor usage, performance, uptime, and cost. DevOps teams, they analyze deployment logs, build failures, systems health, and performance metrics. So, talking about AI teams, they also need clean data to train their models, power their chatbots, improve recommendations, and build intelligent workflows. Full stack developers, they build applications that store data and display data. IT support teams track tickets, response time, common issues, and user patterns. Project managers, they track projects, risk, milestones, and team performance. Even content creators, they use data. You look at views, click-through rate, watch time, comments, subscriber growth, retention, and traffic sources. So, even if you do not become a data analyst, SQL and data thinking may help you in almost every tech path. That is why this belongs in the June completion sprint. We are not just learning isolated skills, we are connecting the pieces. All right? Python, AI, SQL, data, cloud computing, cybersecurity, full stack, DevOps, career readiness, portfolio projects. These are not separate islands. They are connected. Before we move on, let's zoom out. Because once people hear SQL and data, they often ask, what tools should I learn? Do I need Excel? Do I need Power BI? Do I need Python? Do I need NoSQL? What about NoSQL? What is a DBA? What is the difference between data analyst, a data engineer, data scientist? And can I move from one role to the other? Let's simplify it for you. First, data tools come in layers. At the beginner level, you may want to start with spreadsheets, Excel, Google Sheets, CSV files, and simple tables. This is where many people first learn how to clean, sort, filter, and summarize information. Then you move into SQL databases. This includes tools and systems like MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, SQLite, Oracle Database, and cloud databases. Now, this is where SQL becomes important because the data is stored in tables and you need to ask structured questions from that data. Then we have dashboards and business intelligence tools. Think of Power BI, Tableau, Looker Studio, Excel dashboards even. These tools help turn data into reports, charts, and dashboards that people can use to make decisions. Then We have programming and analysis tools. Think Python, Jupyter Notebooks, Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, APIs. This is where data work becomes more automated, more analytical, and more connected to AI, machine learning, and larger projects. Then you have cloud and big data tools. Think of Amazon's AWS, Microsoft's Azure, Google Cloud Platform, data warehouses, data lakes, ETL pipelines, cloud storage, and streaming data. You do not need to learn all of these at once. You just need to understand the map. Spreadsheets help you start. SQL helps you query databases. Dashboards help you communicate insights. Python helps you automate and analyze. Cloud tools help you scale. AI tools help you work with data in smarter ways. Now, let's talk about NoSQL or NoSQL. NoSQL stands for not only SQL. It is not a negative of SQL. SQL databases usually organize data in tables, rows, and columns. But not all data fits neatly into tables. Sometimes data may look like documents, messages, logs, key value pairs, or flexible records. That is where NoSQL comes in. NoSQL databases are often used when data structure is flexible. When the data structure is flexible, large, fast-changing, or not naturally table-based. For instance, a social media app may store user activity. A messaging app may store conversations. A website may store clickstream events. A cybersecurity platform may store logs. An application may store flexible JSON documents. Common NoSQL examples include MongoDB, Redis, Cassandra, and DynamoDB. But here is the key point for beginners. Do not start by arguing SQL versus NoSQL. Start by asking, what kind of data do I have? How is it structured? What questions do I need to answer? How will the application use it? SQL is still a powerful foundation because it teaches you structured thinking. Even if you later use NoSQL, SQL helps you understand data relationships, querying, filtering, grouping, and data design. Now, let's talk about roles, right? A data analyst usually answers business decisions, but they may use Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and basic statistics. Their work sounds like, what happened? What changed? Which product sold more? Which video performed better? Which students need support? Which campaign worked? But when we move on to business intelligence analysts, they focus heavily on dashboards, reports, KPIs, and decision support. They often work with business teams, managers, and executives. Now, moving on to database administrators or DBAs. Their focus is on managing databases. A DBA cares about performance, backups, security, permissions, availability, recovery, database health, and so on. If your database goes down, the business may stop. So, the DBA role is very important, especially in organizations that depend heavily on databases. A data engineer is another type of career in the data field. They build pipelines that move and prepare data. They help collect data from different systems, they clean it, they transform it, and they load it into databases. Extract, load, transform for ELT, or extract, transform, load for ETL. They can load it into databases, warehouses, or analytics platforms. Now, if the data analyst is asking questions from the data engineer is helping to make sure that this data is available, reliable, and ready. The data scientist, though, goes deeper into analysis. They use statistics, machine learning, prediction, experimentation, and modeling. A data scientist may ask questions like, can we predict customer behavior? Can we detect patterns? Can we classify this data? Can we forecast future demand? Can we build a model to support decisions? Now, a machine learning engineer or an AI engineer may take models and AI systems and turn them into production systems. Now, that means they care not only about the analysis, they also care about deployment, performance, APIs, automation, and integration. An analytics engineer is a role that sits between the data analyst and the data engineer. They often transform raw data into clean, reliable data sets that analysts and business teams can use. Now, let's talk about movement, right? You can move into data from many starting points, as a matter of fact. If you're coming from, say, admin, office work, finance, school operations, customer service, healthcare, non-profit work, or small business, you may already understand real-world questions. That can lead naturally into data analyst, business analyst, or BI analyst work. If you're coming from IT support, systems admin, cybersecurity, or cloud computing, you may move towards DBA, data engineering, cloud data, security analytics, or log analysis. Now, if you're coming from software development, you may move towards back-end databases, data engineering, analytics engineering, or AI engineering. If you're coming from math, science, research, or statistics, you may move towards data science or machine learning. And you can move within data too. A beginner might start with Excel and spreadsheets, then move to SQL and dashboards. Then they may move to Power BI or Tableau, and then move to Python and data analysis. Finally, you can choose a direction. One direction is data analysis, another is BI analyst, another is DBA, another is data engineering. We also have data scientist or AI or machine learning engineer. Another is cloud data engineer as well as security data analyst. There is no single path. The important thing is build solid foundation. Start with data thinking. Learn tables. Learn SQL. Learn how to ask questions. Learn how to explain your findings. Then choose your direction based on your interest. If you like business questions, look at data analyst and BI analyst. If you like systems, performance, and reliability, DBA should suit you. If you like pipelines, automation, and cloud, look at data engineering. If you like statistics, prediction, experiments, look at data science. If you like AI, models, intelligent applications, look at machine learning or AI engineering. If you like cybersecurity, look at security analytics, SIEM tools, logs, alerts, and threat detection. The goal of this session is not to make you choose everything today. The goal is to help you see the map. SQL is not the whole data world, but SQL is one of the best doors into the data world. This is why I'm organizing SQL and data content on my channel into clear learning paths, because not every learner needs the same next step. If you're brand new, start with data and SQL fast track. That is for quick beginner explanations like data basics, SQL basics, SQL versus NoSQL, and the difference between data, databases, and SQL. If you want structure and depth, go into SQL mastery. That is where you learn select, where, order by, joins, group by, having, and modifying data and more. If your problem is setup, go to the data toolbox. That is where you learn tools like SQL Server, SSMS, dbeaver, Azure Data Studio, and beginner-friendly environments. If your question is, which data career should I choose? Go to the data career roadmap. That is where we talk about DBA, data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, BI analyst, interviews, salaries, and career planning. Now, if you're ready to show proof, move into data science and portfolio projects. That is where you use spreadsheets, SQL, Python, public data sets, automation, and real-world analysis to build something you can show. Do not try to consume everything at once. Once again, do not try to consume everything at once. Choose your lane. based on your current need. Beginner, start fast. Serious learner, go deep. Stop on setup, fix the tools. Career focused, study the roles and interviews. Portfolio ready, build proof. That is the roadmap.